sisters of the world. This is DeAnna Lam of Red Tent in every neighborhood. Delighted to be here again with you all around the globe. So today I'm wanting to answer Raquel from Brazil, who asked, why are men so afraid of menstruation? Which is a really excellent question, and we can only surmise and deduct, but I'll give you my take on it. I think that the main thing about menstruation is that women can bleed without dying. Women can bleed without a wound. Women can bleed without infliction of sword or gun or any other weapon. Any other blood that is shed typically by warring, feuding, people at war on the battlefield or with fists or with knives or any violence that we know that happens among people draws blood. And menstruation is the only blood that does not come out of inflicting pain, does not come out of war, does not come out of a wound. And it seems that people in ancient times were at awe at how can women bleed without dying. If a man bled and for a few days, surely he would die. And I believe that this is the origin of the fear, the awe of a woman's ability to bleed without dying. And then there is the bleeding to give birth. The bleeding is connected with birthing new life. So there is that awe as well. In Hebrew, the word yirah is both awe and fear. And I think that there is an origin in English as well, that being awed is fearing as well as being amazed. So I think that the awe that men felt in ancient times was a reverence, and it shifted, it lifted, it transformed from an awesomeness and being in reverence and in awe to the women's ability to bleed without dying, to fear. So people fear what they don't understand. And the transition between being at awe and being in reverence to being afraid is very short. It's very close, because what we don't understand, we begin to be afraid of. So the transition or the consecutive actions, as I see them, were being at awe of men, being in reverence to women for being able to give birth, to bleed without dying, to bleed without wound for a few days every month. And from that awe and reverence, it shifted to fear of the ununderstood. It's not an unknown as much as ununderstood. And when we don't understand, we begin to feel afraid. So that's how I see that. I invite you to continue to send your questions. I'm delighted to be here weekly and answer your questions. And if there's anything you'd like to type now in the chat box for me to answer, I'd be delighted. And if not, I will say, allow yourselves to be at awe and in reverence to the ability, the magical ability of your body to cycle, to bleed without dying, to shed blood without wound, to shed blood for life and without war, and not for conflict, but for the ability to create life. Whether you choose to create life or not, the blood is there as an opportunity to allow for that option to happen. And encourage the women in your life and the men in your life to be at awe of that amazing phenomena of our wise body. Meanwhile, I'll bid you farewell. Together we all are changing the world. Bye for now.